Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Vlog. Andy here. Welcome to our second episode of the Ultimate Veloster N build series. Today I am extremely happy to announce our partnership with Braid Wheels. So for those of you who are not familiar with Braid Wheels as a brand, they are located in Catalonia, Spain, and they basically supply all of the racing wheels for the Hyundai Motorsports teams. They are extremely high quality, as you would expect, only to come from our motorsports.com. Now, why did we choose flow-formed wheel versus a forging? We all know that forging has definite advantages over cast wheels. However, we feel that recently flow-forming technology has gotten really good, and there's sort of a diminishing return, if you will, for how much money you pay. And basically, flow forming, you're still getting that sort of really rigid barrel. And one of the really interesting points on the braid wheel designs is, obviously, the weakest point of any wheel is the inner lip of the barrel. And we'll get to a close-up shot in a minute. But we have these three ridges here that reinforce the structure of the inside lip. And that really helps to strengthen and add rigidity to this wheel. A lot of people talk about losing unsprung mass and weight off the wheels. And yes, weight is important. But in a modern day vehicle where you start to basically weigh a lot more, the rigidity of the wheel isn't really talked about very often. And honestly, a car like a Veloster N, where it has the McPherson struts up front, the suspension components and the wheel also, you really need the maximum stiffness to carry all of that traction onto the ground. And we feel that without going to a forged wheel, I mean, Braid also carries forged wheels if you would like to pay a hefty premium. Of course, they're very high quality, but we feel that this is the best application for the Veloster N setup. Now, this specific wheel comes in an 18 by 8.5 plus 45, which we feel is the perfect size that can accommodate a lot of different suspension settings, whether you have camber setup or not. And what's really cool is they actually, because it's mock racing specific setup, we have a 67.1 millimeter hub size, which again, if you drive N vehicles, you know that that's exactly the match of the OEM size. And that means that you don't need any hub-centric ring. This wheel, again, is designed to work for the N vehicles. And now coming back around to the front, there are also metal sleeves that sit inside where the lug holes are. So when the lug nut comes in contact with the wheel, you're not causing extra stress on where the lug nuts are being tightened and basically crack the center of the wheel. So again, it's these small touches, the metal ring insert in the lug hole, the wavy pattern on the inner lip of the barrel. There are a lot of very small details that come from the motorsports driven experience that differentiate this wheel from any other flow-formed casted wheels. So for those of you who are interested, we are currently selling these wheels. Again, we're extremely happy to announce that we have a partnership with Braid Wheels. And again, these come in the very N specific size with no hub-centric ring needed. So please go ahead and go to motorsports.com to get your wheels. Now, I really like looking at the wheel here, but don't you want to see it on the car? Let's go.